Hey Google, are you always listening?
No, I only process.
Can you tell me the joys and the wonders of falafel in 5 minutes?
Falafel is a masterpiece of texture and flavor, offering a crunchy, golden exterior that gives way to a vibrant, herbaceous center. It is a humble street food that achieves culinary perfection through the simple harmony of chickpeas, fresh parsley, cilantro, and warm spices like cumin and coriander. Why? It's wonderful. The crunch deep frying creates a satisfying snap that protects the soft interior. The aromatics. Opening a hot piece of falafel releases a fragrant steam of garlic and fresh greens. The versatility. It thrives in a warm pita atop a crisp salad or dipped simply into creamy tahini. The balance. The herbs and legumes are perfectly cut by the brightness of pickled turnips or a squeeze of lemon. Whether you enjoy it as a quick snack or a full feast, falafel represents a timeless tradition of plant-based cooking that is both soul-warming and incredibly delicious. Would you like a simple recipe to make authentic falafel at home? By the way, to unlock the full functionality of all apps, enable Gemini Apps Activity.
Hey Googs, you always listening? Hey Google, you googly little bugger, you always listening?
I only listen when you activate me using specific wake words or actions. You can manage your privacy and delete your activity at any time in your account settings. Would you like me to show you how to find those privacy controls?
I want you to tell me everything you can about the richest people in Winnipeg.
Winnipeg's wealthiest residents typically come from long-standing family dynasties or successful ventures in agriculture, transportation, and sports. Top wealthy families and individuals. The Richardson family, led by Hartley Richardson, they are the wealthiest family in Manitoba. Their private conglomerate, James Richardson and Sons, operates in agriculture, food processing, financial services, and energy. Their wealth is estimated at over $5 billion. David Thompson, while primarily based in Toronto, the head of Canada's richest family is a co-owner of the Winnipeg Jets. The Thompson family's net worth exceeds $90 billion CAD, largely through Thomson Reuters. Mark Chipman, chairman of True North Sports and Entertainment, the company that brought the NHL back to Winnipeg. He is a central figure in the city's sports and real estate development. The Asper family, founders of the former CanWest global media empire. While the company underwent significant changes, the family remains influential in business and philanthropy, e.g., the Canadian Museum for Human Rights. Key business leaders, name, association, industry, John Bueller, Bueller Industries, agricultural manufacturing, Bob Silver, Western Glove Works, apparel and manufacturing, Paul Albrechtsen, Paul's Hauling, transportation and logistics, Sandy Riley, Richardson GMP.
Used to be Paul's Husky.
Elite neighborhoods. The city's highest concentration of wealth is found in Tuxedo, Wellington Crescent, and Armstrong's Point. Would you like more details
That's where I
on
live.
businesses owned by these individuals?
I live in that Oldham areas too. I got 3 mansions in there. No, I was just curious. Made me feel bad inside. Now I'm all good, feeling bad. But what you did say was, can I ask you this? Who was the first Richardson person to make money in Manitoba?
James Armstrong Richardson, 1885 to 1939, was the first member of the family to establish the business permanently.
Did you say 1885?
Yes, James Armstrong Richardson Sr. was born in 1885, while his grandfather...
Well, if he was senior, who came before him and where did all their money come from?
The first person to build the family fortune was James Richardson, 1819 to 1892, the grandfather of the James who moved to Winnipeg. He immigrated from Ireland to Kingston, Ontario in the 1820s and started as a tailor. His wealth began because many of his farmer clients couldn't pay in cash and instead paid him with grain.
You're telling me that a sower, someone who sowed, was richer than the farmers who farmed for thousands of people?
It might seem strange, but it came down to middleman logistics. While one farmer only sold what they could grow on their own land, James Richardson positioned himself to collect grain from thousands of farmers. By accepting grain as payment for clothes, he essentially became a bank and a distributor. He didn't just grow the food, he controlled the shipping and storage. He built the mosquito.
Something doesn't fly with that. No, I'm not buying that story. Sorry.
It is definitely a massive jump from sewing clothes to owning fleets of ships. The real wealth came from scaling the business.
No. Go back a bit here. Go back a bit. Go back to when he sold his first pair of pants and he was like, hey, I'll get some grain for this. How the fuck did he live off? Did he eat pants?
He didn't eat the pants, he likely used credit. In the 1800s, merchants often ran accounts where farmers charged their supplies and settled the tab during harvest. James Richardson probably had enough cash or supplies saved up to cover his own food and rent while waiting.
So where was all this extra grain empire? How was he putting away 10 tons of grain so he could turn into a grain master? What? Something is not right.
James Richardson didn't just pile grain in a back room. He leveraged his location on the Kingston waterfront. By 1868, he had enough profit to buy a wharf and a warehouse. This gave him a place to store large quantities of grain collected from farmers before shipping it out. Instead of just eating the pants, he used the grain he took as payment to supply the British Army during the Crimean War and to sell to buyers in the US and Europe. How the empire actually grew. Scaling. He took small amounts from thousands of people, turning local debt into a massive bulk supply. Storage. He built the first grain elevator in Kingston in 1882, which...
So what you're saying is he was a big fan of the British, right?
In a way, yes. The British Empire was his biggest customer. In 1855, he began shipping grain to feed British troops during the Crimean War.
Well, it's all making a lot of sense now.
It definitely sounds like a classic middleman strategy. He positioned himself perfectly between the producers and the world's biggest buyers. Would you like to know how they transitioned into finance and energy?
No.